fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and I'm here today to share with you the exciting thing that finally arrived, you guys. My diamond painting pen, vacuum pen. I have no idea how long this is going to work, if it's going to work, how it's going to work. So I'm just going to get into it and we'll find out at the same time. Okay, there was some tape on both ends, so I think I've got it cut. I think. Okay, so it says electric diamond painting pen, 90-degree rotation, ultra long standby, charging, waterproof. Yeah, I hope I'm not going to get it in any water. Vacuum suction technology, lightweight and portable. And I gotta say, it doesn't seem that heavy. Maybe I'll weigh it and we'll see how much it actually weighs. Does it say that? Oh, it does say that. 70 grams. I don't know what that is in ounces. So electric diamond painting pen. User guide, press and hold the button to activate, rotate the nib to different angles as needed. Users can select different nibs for operation. So I get two different, one of them is oh, interesting. There's a space for a tip there, but it doesn't appear like it has one. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so it said I was supposed to get two tips, but I didn't. So I may need to contact them for that. How do you... Oh, it just pulls out. Okay. So it just pulls out. Yeah, it looks like there's supposed to be a second tip right there. And it shows right here that it's like a three-placer, but I did not get one of those. So yeah, I'll need to contact them and be like, hey, so I did get the charging cable here, and it's just the USB cable, and that plugs into the bottom of the pin right here. So, and it's just a button, so that seems fairly easy to operate. I don't know if you guys can see, the tip is angled. There's an angle to it. So I'm kind of bummed I didn't get this extra tip. I definitely will be sending them a thing about that because I would love to try them out and see. It looks like it was maybe a three-placer, a two or a three-placer. I would love to try it out and see how it works. So kind of bummed I didn't get that. Okay, so I did pull out something to test it with, so let me grab that really quick. So what I'm going to be testing it on is my snowman kit that I kitted up last week, I think. Okay, so I've picked out two ABs that came with the kit. I've got yellow, which is in some of the lights up here, and then I've picked out this pink, which goes in his cute little cheeks. So I think I'm going to try the pink first. And I haven't prepped this canvas yet to work on it, but I just thought, well, since it was out and I already have it kitted up, I would try. Oh, I need to grab a tray. Hang on. Okay, this tray was close, so let me just dump some in there. And then let's see if this works. I don't know how loud this is going to be either. Okay, interesting. It won't stay on. I have to constantly hold it. There is some suction. I don't know if you can hear that. Oh, this is challenging. Okay. First problem. The thing is so high up on here, it's hard to direct. I need my hand to be closer. So let me try this again. I'm going to hold the button down with this hand, pick up the drill, and direct the pin with my other hand because I need it to be closer. Can I turn this so that faces the other way? Okay, so now I've got the angle facing down, so I can put this up here, so I can put my hand on it up there, and now I can place the drill. Not the straightest, but it probably takes some practice, huh? It's not as loud and as annoying as I thought it would be. It's not as easy to do either, though. But it is picking up the drills and allowing me to place them, so there's that. Okay, so it does work. Oof, that one was not placed very well. Okay, let me zoom in to where I'm placing these. Okay, hopefully I've adjusted things so it won't refocus on my hand that's in the way, so you guys can actually see what I'm doing here. I wonder how long the charge lasts, because I didn't charge this. I just took it out of the package and started using it. Gotta say, I'm not super thrilled at how straight these are going on. They're not terrible though, I guess. All right, so I think that's good. Yeah, this is awkward. I wonder if the one with the hose would actually have been better. I don't think this one is so heavy that I feel like my hand is going to get fatigued with it, but it is awkward trying to place, like I can't, let me try this, doing it one-handed. Okay, if I stop, I just need it to be on long enough to get it to the arg. It's not the worst placing job I've ever done, but it certainly is not that accurate. All right, one more. Let me try this here one-handed. Okay. Definitely going to be a learning curve with this one. Let me zoom out so you guys can see this. So when you press it, the green light comes on, but it doesn't stay on. There's not like a lock or anything, which is kind of annoying. I mean, I get, again, not wanting to run the battery down, so only while you're actively pressing it is it working. And it does work, so I don't want to say it doesn't work, but yeah, I don't know if this is something I would use. I feel like my other options for ABs are way better than this. But it's not a terrible option. All right, I'm going to just go with my gut and say this is probably not something I'm going to use on a regular basis. If I had a lot of ABs that were giving me issues, maybe. But I paid $31.99 for this US. So I'll put up on the screen, that's like 42 something Canadian. And I wouldn't say that it's super heavy. I'll go get my scales so I can weigh it. But it is very awkward to use. Like I expected to just click the button and have it stay on so that it just ran the whole time that I was running it. So for those of you that have the one that came with a cord, the original pink pen and all of that, does it stay on, or is it the same way where you have to push a button every time? Like I thought it would be like an actual vacuum where you push the button, the suction stays on the whole time that you're working and whatever. I mean, I guess it makes sense that it doesn't, again, especially with this cordless one, so you're not wearing out the battery twice as fast. But I'm not a huge fan of angled tips in the first place. And having to have your hand so far up on this to press the button makes it really hard to work this one-handed because the button doesn't stay on. You have to actively be pressing it. So it works, but it seems kind of gimmicky. Like I have other non-electric, way less, what's the word I'm looking for? Way less awkward ways to place ABs that seem like they'd be much easier and way cheaper than doing it this way. In fact, I made a whole video about how I deal with ABs, so I'll stick a link up there to that if you want to check it out. But yeah, I'm just, I mean, like you can see, it doesn't do a terrible job of placing them. Let me bring that up there so you guys can see it. It's not a terrible job of placing them, which I guess is more to do with me than the pin. I mean, it hangs on long enough to them. The suction is good. It does actually pick up the diamonds. It's doing what it said, because you can see, but the noise is kind of annoying. So you can see it's actually picked up the diamond drill. I can also see how it's awkward to use this, and as you're moving things, dropping it on the canvas where you don't want it and stuff like that. So let me go grab my scale so I can weigh this. Okay, so I've got my little scale here. Let me change the units because they said grams. So let's see if it weighs what they said in grams. So they said 70, 68. Okay, so they were pretty close, 68 grams. Now my question is, because my brain doesn't work in metric, what is that in ounces? 2.4 ounces. How much does my regular diamond painting pen weigh? So I just went and grabbed a pen out of my stash of pens, my pen case. I feel like this is way lighter. 1.09 ounces. So, and this is a resin turned pen that I had. And I mean, it makes sense that it weighs more because it's got the electronics inside of it. Yeah, that's almost double the weight. So that's something to take into account as well. So overall, was it worth the expense? I'm going to say no. I mean, 30 bucks for a diamond painting pen for a one that you get turned that somebody's actually spent some time making and all of that, you can spend more than that. But it weighs about half of what this one weighs. And all this one requires is some putty or glue or wax or something. Now, this one doesn't require anything and it's rechargeable, so you can recharge it. I'm annoyed that I didn't get the little secondary piece. So I definitely will be writing them about that. If anybody has ordered one of these, you share in the comments down below. Did you get this extra piece? Am I just the unlucky one who didn't get one? If you've tried is it a multi-placer? Does it work? Because I'm curious. I really wish that that had been included. So I definitely will be sending them something to be like, hey, I need that part sent because I'm missing it. It's not as loud as I thought it would be, but it's definitely louder. I mean, I feel like that would be annoying if I'm diamond painting while like somebody's watching TV. Like if I'm sitting next to hubby and he's watching TV and I'm constantly doing that, I feel like that would be annoying. Maybe he wouldn't hear it. I don't know. I feel like it would annoy me though. I'll do some more testing with it just to see, because I'm curious how long it actually works for like a session before it would run out. I mean, you don't usually have that many ABs, so I don't know if that's typically really a factor, but just curious. But I do feel like it's a little overpriced for what you get. And again, I'm not a huge fan of the tip being angled. I wonder if it was a flat tip, if I would feel differently, because you can see on this one, or at least I hope you can anyway, that the tip is flat at the end rather than being angled like this one is. Yeah, I'm going to give this a C, C plus. I mean, it works. It does what it says, but I just feel like there's a lot of minuses. I mean, honestly, a big minus is that I didn't get the whole thing, so maybe that's unfair. I feel like it's more noisy than I want, and I don't like the angled tip. And the fact that you have to hold it in a really awkward way to make it work, or you have to use it two-handed so that you have more control over drill placement, which I don't want to spend all my time diamond painting like this. That's super awkward. So yeah, I'm going to give it a C plus. You guys leave me comments down below and let me know what you think. Is it worth $31.99 US? Like I said, I'm going to say no. But I don't know even if it was a little bit cheaper if I would think that it was worth it, because again, I just feel like it's super awkward. I'll stick a link to it down below if any of you guys are interested in it. I just did a search for diamond painting vacuum pen on Amazon, so I'm sure you guys could do the same thing, because some of these companies, you buy something one day and then the next day that listing is gone because they've changed the company name or something. If my link doesn't work, you can find it that way. I think that's it for me today, guys. I learned something. I hope you did too. We'll see if I drag this out. I think I'm going to just let it sit while I contact the company and try to get this second piece. So I will report back on it after I've done some actual work with it. But yeah, don't know how long that's going to be. I'll wait until I get this, but then I'm not going to do probably a lot of extensive testing with it just because I feel like it's super awkward. But we'll see. Maybe I'll change my mind if I start working with some drills that are annoying. That's it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for sticking around till the end of the video. Before you leave, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.